The first step to setting up Tenkaichi Online is ensuring that you have all needed files, which are the proper build of Dolphin, your ISO of choice, the save file to match said ISO. Once all files are acquired, the setup process may begin. First, extract Dolphin. Then go into your Dolphin folder and make a new text file called portable.txt and a new folder named game. Then go back into your downloads folder, grab your ISOs, and move them into this game folder, like so. Then launch the Dolphin emulator, say no, click never auto update. Now go into config, enable cheats, go to paths, and we're going to want to find our game folder, which should be inside our Dolphin folder, like so. Game, select folder. Your Tenkaichi 3 ISOs should now be visible on the main Dolphin window, and you can close the config window. I'll click graphics and change your backend to either Direct 3D11 or Vulkan. Close that, and we can move on to controller configuration. Set the Wiimote option 1 to none, and the GameCube controllers to only have port 1 standard controller. Then hit configure. Now press clear on the top, select your device, and set up your controls as follows. Square on PlayStation, X on Xbox, Y on Nintendo. Cross on PlayStation, A on Xbox, B on Nintendo. Circle on PlayStation, B on Xbox, A on Nintendo. Triangle on PlayStation, Y on Xbox, X on Nintendo. This should be your left trigger. This should be your pause button. And the D-pad does not need to be bound. We'll set the left stick normally. Calibrate it like so. And set dead zone to 25%. We'll skip past the C stick for now. Set L analog to be your right trigger. Now set R analog to be your right shoulder. The next part is where things begin to get a bit complicated. Right click on left stick up, then click on operators and find the OR operator, which will have a line next to it. Now hold up on your D-pad and you should see something light up like so. Click on the name of it, not the number. Click select. Now hit OK, and let's repeat this process using the correct directions for all four. Hold down, lights up this one, select. Let's do it again. Or left, select, OK. Right, or select, OK. Now that the left stick has been mapped properly, we can move on to the C stick. Set up to be your left stick button, which would be L3 on PlayStation. Now right click the binding and find the AND operator, which will have an ampersand next to it. Now start holding your right stick button, which will be R3 on PlayStation. Find it, click it, select. And then we're going to select all of this code. We're going to copy it like so, hit OK, and then we're going to go down. And you can either go to operators and click not, or you can just type an exclamation point like so, and then you can paste in the code you copied. Now let's bind left to be up on your right stick, and right to be down on your right stick. Next, we're going to go over to these. You're going to want to set both L and R to be your left trigger, the same as Z. And then you're going to right click L, find the AND operator, hold your right trigger, find it, select it, and hit OK. We're going to repeat this process, but this time we're going to use the right shoulder, like so. Now that everything has been configured, we need to ensure that everything works. Pressing the attack button should light up the A binding. Pressing the dash button should light up the B binding. The block button should light up the X binding. The key blast button should light up the Y binding. The key charge button should light up Z. The pause button should light up start. Moving either the left stick or D-pad should move that dot accordingly. The transformation button, R3, should move that dot downward. Pressing R3 and L3 to tag in a team battle should move it up. Moving your stick up and down should move that dot left and right. Pressing the right trigger should fill up the L analog gauge. Pressing the right bumper should fill up the R analog gauge. And pressing either of them and your left trigger should press L or R, like so. Once testing is complete, type any name in the profile field, click Save. You can now close the configuration menu for controllers and open the game. We're gonna go through the loading menu. Like so.
Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi. This should be fun.
You should not have a save file. Press your attack button to select items in the menu. We're going to hit New Game, Create Game Data.
Trunks, hurry up and let's play!
We can now close the game. If you would like, you can go into config in audio and turn down your volume however much you wish. Now that we've made the save, we're going to right click the game that we opened on the main Dolphin window, click on Wii Save Folder, open Wii Save Folder, and what you'll find here is these three files. Well, this folder and these 2 files. We're going to take this DBZ T3 file and delete it. Now we'll go back to our downloads folder and find the matching save and move it here. We will then rename this save file to be named DBZ T3, like so. Now I have 2 versions of the game, the American NTSC version and the European PAL version, which is the preferred ISO. Whenever playing on the PAL version, you have to go into Config, General, and change your speed limit to 120%. Now you can launch the game. Make it through the loading screen.
Tenkaichi 3.
Now press
Don't underestimate Earth.
Attack, New Game, Create Game Data. The game sounds like it's running fast because technically it is, but it will feel proper when you are in the gameplay. Now that the save has been made, open We Save folder, delete DBZT3, drag in the proper save file, rename it to DBZT3 the same way I did with the NTSC version. I may now close this, and delete the old Dolphin zip, and now to ensure that our saves are working, let's load up the game, like so.
Don't underestimate Earth.
Should have a continue button. Oh, I forgot to. And as you can see, we have all of the Dragon Balls. If I go into a duel, I'll have all of the characters. Your battle settings should already have duel time set properly. And then your options,
Change the type of game.
your camera type should already be set to C.
Change the setting. Save the set. All right.
Now close the game, and as I said, I have 2 versions of the game, NTSC and PAL. So I'll launch the PAL version as well, and ensure that the save file is working, as it should. Load into the game, have all of the Dragon Balls,
This is time to fight.
as well as all of the characters, and the same settings as you saw for NTSC. In order to play the game online, launch the Dolphin emulator, go to the Tools tab, click Start NetPlay, change your connection type to Traversal Server, set your nickname to what you wish, and copy the host code or room ID that you are sent. Hit Connect. Once you're in, the host can set the buffer properly, start the game. In order to host, go to Start NetPlay, click Host, pick the version of the game you want. SE70 is NTSC. SPAF is PAL. Then go into the Data tab and set it to match these settings. Then copy the room ID and send it to who you're playing with. Wait for them to join. And then set the buffer to be the ping divided by 15 and round it up. So as you can see, his ping when stable is around 30 to 45. So we're going to work with that. And I've already set mine to 3. You can then start the game, and it'll load up, and you'll be able to play. The way it works is that the person connecting is player 2, the person hosting is player 1. So whoever is hosting will have to navigate through the menus, go to duels, and whatnot. In order to play the game without split screen, both people playing need to apply the split screen codes patch, like so. Then launch Dolphin. Make sure that cheats are enabled in config. Then right click the version of the game you want to play and click Properties. Then go to the Gecko Codes tab and enable the proper code. Enable this code if you are hosting. Enable this code if you are connecting. And ensure that after you're done playing, you always disable the codes to ensure there are no issues later on. Start the game. And then load in.
Dragon, check out my moves.
You can
Go to duel,
Now, fighting
1P
against
versus
the series
2P,
one of the
team
Tenkaichi
battle.
as much as you can.
Pick your desired team. Pick the proper map, whichever map you want. One of the most common maps is Planet Night. And as Tunchi said, you can see that it warned of a desync, but it is still perfectly in sync, and that is just a result of playing with these codes. It will have no actual effect on the gameplay. And that concludes how to play Budokai Tenkaichi 3 online.